When Schulte began to harbor resentment toward the CIA, he covertly collected those tools and provided them to WikiLeaks, making some of our most critical intelligence tools known to the public, and therefore, our adversaries. Schulte has been convicted for one of the most brazen and damaging acts of espionage in American history.
Joshua Schulte has been convicted of lying to the FBI, other charges all stemming from the allegation that he leaked classified information, the information that was included in the famous WikiLeaks Vault 7. Now, this was his retrial. 2 years ago, he was brought to trial in U.S. federal courts, and at his first trial, the jury only agreed to convict him on 2 charges, and they were hung about the remaining 6. Joshua Schulte at this trial has been convicted on all 8 charges, lying to the FBI, and other charges related to the theft and leaking of classified information that was included in the WikiLeaks Vault 7, the biggest intelligence leak in history. WikiLeaks Vault 7 contained all kinds of information about the surveillance apparatus of the American intelligence agencies, the mechanisms through which they listen to people's phone conversations, spy on people, which they hack into people's computers, and otherwise violate what many consider to be the civil liberties of Americans. It's not surprising that he was convicted because at this point, the conviction rate in U.S. federal courts is roughly 95%. 95% of cases that go to trial in U.S. courts result in conviction. And it's important to note that very few cases actually go to trial. Most of them have plea bargains that prevent a trial from taking place. Regardless, we can recall that Chelsea Manning was convicted of leaking classified information to WikiLeaks, spent 7 years in prison before Barack Obama ultimately commuted her sentence. And in addition to that, this conviction comes on the heels of Julian Assange, the founder of WikiLeaks, to whom Vault 7 information was leaked. It comes on the heels of the decision to extradite Julian Assange on the part of UK officials.
Now, while officials claim the whistleblower's actions put the country's security in danger, independent journalist Joe Lauria disagrees, saying that Schulte's leaks were beneficial for the public.
By reading this material on WikiLeaks' release, the Vault 7, you can't use this software to hack somebody. So they protected all that information. What they did was in the public interest to let the public know the CIA was doing these kinds of things. So it was no national security risk whatsoever. That's just hogwash from the government, typical. And in fact, the materials, according to Schulte, who represented himself, these materials were out and about for a year before the CIA even knew that they were loose, that they had lost control of them. They got into back doors of iPhones, Android phones. In fact, this led to most of the big tech companies making changes to their softwares to close these back doors. They would not have known about that without this leak, so that the user of these phones, at least initially, were more secure because of the revelations. Whoever is guilty, and the jury said he is, he says he's not, he's a hero because he revealed crimes committed by the United States, by the CIA, and that is violations of the Fourth Amendment.